What if I told you that in Britain, a country where homes regularly sell for hundreds of thousands, there's a town where you can still buy houses for £100,000, and sometimes even close to half of that? Sounds crazy, right? Well, those deals actually exist, and today we're going to look at some of the wildest ones. In this video, we're heading to Burnley, a town that's known as Britain's cheapest housing market. While property prices across most of the UK keep climbing higher and higher, Burnley is one of the few places where homes are still selling for surprisingly low prices. So I went through the listings and picked 10 of the craziest cheap property deals currently available in Burnley. For each one, we'll take a look at what you're actually getting, how many bedrooms the house has, what the property looks like, and where it's located. Some of these homes might actually surprise you for the price, and others will make it very clear why they're so cheap. Either way, these listings show just how different the housing market can look, depending on where you are in the UK. So let's start with the first property on the list. Number 10. This one is listed for £65,000, and it's a 2-bedroom end terrace house on Howard Street in Burnley, Lancashire, BB11. Now, the price alone is enough to catch your attention, but the interesting part is what the property actually offers for that number. The home has been thoughtfully modernised throughout, giving it a clean and updated feel, rather than the typical fixer-upper you might expect at this price point. As you step inside, you enter a welcoming living room with fresh decor that gives the space a comfortable, homely atmosphere. Moving further into the house, you'll find what's really the centre of daily life here: the spacious dining kitchen. It's been newly fitted with contemporary units and sleek finishes, making it a practical space, not just for cooking, but also for everyday dining and even hosting guests. Upstairs is where the 2 well-proportioned bedrooms are located. Both rooms offer a quiet place to unwind, and they're complemented by a newly installed bathroom and washing cabinet, finished to a modern standard. In terms of practical features, the property comes with gas central heating, powered by a modern combi boiler, along with UPVC double glazing to help with comfort and efficiency. The front and rear doors have also been newly installed. Outside, there's a private rear yard, giving you a small outdoor space that could easily work for something simple like a morning coffee or a bit of evening relaxation. Overall, this is one of those move-in ready homes that could appeal to first-time buyers looking to get onto the property ladder, or investors searching for a relatively low-entry property in a location that still offers easy access to the town centre, UCLan, and train links connecting directly to Manchester city centre. Number 9. Next. Up, we've got another property sitting at £65,000, and this one is a 2-bedroom terraced house on Brush Street in Burnley, BB11. What makes this listing stand out right away is that it's being offered with no chain, which can make the buying process a lot simpler and quicker. The property itself comes with around 703 square feet of space and an EPC rating of D. As soon as you step inside, the first thing you enter is a large reception room. There's also a useful recess under the stairs, giving you a bit of extra space that could easily be used for storage, or simply to open up the room a little more. From there, the layout leads you toward a small foyer area, where the staircase is positioned on the left. Straight ahead, you'll find the fitted kitchen, which comes with an integrated oven and hob, along with a recess designed for an under-counter appliance. Heading upstairs, the layout splits into 2 bedrooms. On one side there's a single bedroom, while the double bedroom sits on the opposite side. Just off the landing, you'll also find the bathroom located on the first floor, which is something many buyers prefer compared to older terrace layouts where bathrooms were sometimes placed downstairs. Outside, the property includes a rear garden, giving you a bit of outdoor space to work with. Location is another point worth mentioning here. The house sits within easy reach of the M65 motorway, around a 5-minute drive to Junction 9, with links heading toward Blackburn, Preston, and the M6. There are also several rail connections nearby, including Rose Grove Station about 1 kilometre away, along with Burnley Manchester Road and Burnley Central stations. Bus services are also available in the area. On top of that, there are multiple primary and secondary schools nearby, including Cherryfold Community Primary School, Burnley Itonhill Primary, Rose Grove Infant School, and Coalclough Academy, with several other secondary schools within a couple of miles. Healthcare access is also close by, with Rosegrove Surgery less than a kilometre away, a nearby dentist, and Burnley General Teaching Hospital, roughly 2.4 miles from the property. Overall, this listing is clearly positioned as an ideal opportunity for first-time buyers or investors looking for a relatively low-cost entry into the property market in Burnley. Number 8. The next property on the list is actually a bit different from the first two. Instead of a house, this one is a 2-bedroom flat located in Barleyfield Mews, Burnley, BB12, and it's currently listed for £61,000, which works out to roughly £105 per square foot. Now, what really makes this listing stand out is that it's already positioned as an investment opportunity because the property currently has tenants living in it. The flat itself offers about 581 square feet of space and comes with an EPC rating of C. Inside, layout includes 2 bedrooms, a lounge, a kitchen and a bathroom, making it a fairly straightforward setup for a rental property. The lounge is described as spacious, giving the main living area a bit more breathing room compared to some smaller flats. Another practical feature here is shared private parking, which can definitely be a useful addition depending on the needs of tenants. From an investment perspective, the numbers are also part of the appeal. The property is currently generating an annual gross rental income of £7,500, with tenants who have been living there for several years and have consistently paid their rent during that time. According to the listing, they also intend to remain in the property, which could offer a level of continuity for a potential buyer. Because of that setup, the property is being presented as something that could attract serious investors or developers looking to expand their portfolios. So unlike some of the other listings that might target first-time buyers, this one is clearly leaning more toward the buy-to-let side of the market, especially with the tenant already in place and rental income already being generated. Number 7, dropping slightly lower on the price scale, for the next property comes in at £60,000, and this one is a 3-bedroom terraced house on Swindon Street in Burnley, Lancashire, BB11. Compared to some of the earlier listings we checked, this one immediately stands out because you're actually getting 3 bedrooms and 2 reception rooms at that price point. The property is being sold via the modern method of auction, which means buyers bid for it through an auction process with a 56-day reservation period to complete the purchase. Inside the home, the layout provides generous living space with 2 separate reception rooms. That setup gives a bit of flexibility depending on how someone wants to use the space. One could easily work as the main living room, while the other could serve as a dining room, a workspace, or an additional sitting area. The house also includes a separate kitchen, which follows a practical layout and offers room for someone to update or modernise it if they want to put their own touch on the property. Upstairs is where you'll find the 3 bedrooms, giving the home a bit more flexibility for families, shared living arrangements, or even tenants. The property also includes a recently updated shower room, adding a more modern element to the interior. In terms of core features, the house comes with gas central heating powered by a modern combi boiler, along with UPVC double glazing throughout. At the back of the property, there's also a private rear yard, providing a simple, low-maintenance outdoor space. Location-wise, the property sits close to Burnley's town centre, local amenities, and the motorway network, making it convenient for commuting, including routes that connect toward Manchester and surrounding areas. According to the listing, the property could potentially generate around £700 or more per month in rental income, which is why it's being positioned as something that could appeal not only to buyers looking for a home, but also to investors considering long-term rental returns. Number 6, coming in slightly cheaper than the last property, this one is listed at £59,950, and it's a 2-bedroom first-floor apartment located in Straight Mile Court, Burnley, BB11. One thing the listing highlights right away is that the property is being offered with no onward chain, which can make the buying process smoother since there's no waiting on another sale to complete first. This apartment sits within the Straight Mile Court development, which was built around 2006, and it carries a strong EPC rating of B, along with council tax band A. Access to the property is through a secure communal entrance, with stairs leading up to the first floor. The apartment itself is located on the right-hand side of that floor. Inside, the layout opens into a bright and spacious interior. The kitchen sits to the left as you enter, and it's designed with wraparound counter space across all 4 walls, providing plenty of preparation area, along with a mix of upper and lower storage cupboards. Directly opposite the kitchen is the large reception room, which has enough space for a sofa setup, television area, and even a small dining space if needed. It's essentially the main living area where most of the day-to-day activity would happen. Next to the kitchen is the bathroom, which features a three-piece suite, including a bath with an overhead shower, a wash basin, and a toilet. Toward the rear of the apartment are the two bedrooms. The main bedroom includes built-in wardrobes and can comfortably fit a double bed, while the second bedroom is slightly smaller but still versatile, depending on how someone wants to use it. The property also includes off-road parking, although that requires confirmation or consent from the management company. In terms of location, the development sits close to Turf Moor, Burnley town centre, and several well-regarded local schools, which helps add to the appeal. From a practical standpoint, the apartment is leasehold, with around 133 years remaining. Overall, the listing positions this property as something that could work well for first-time buyers, downsizers, or investors looking for a relatively low-maintenance apartment in Burnley. Number 5. Now the prices start dipping even lower. This next property is listed at £53,000, and it's a two-bedroom end terrace house on Holwell Street in Burnley, Lancashire, BB10. Inside, the property opens directly into an open-plan living kitchen, which is essentially the main space on the ground floor. This area includes the staircase leading to the first floor, along with a layout that combines both the living and kitchen areas in one room. The kitchen section features wood-panelled wall and base units, granite effect work surfaces, tiled splashbacks, and a stainless steel sink with drainer and mixer taps. There's also a Beco electric oven with an induction hob and extractor hood, along with space for a fridge freezer. An island unit positioned in the room provides a spot that can be used for dining, giving the space a more flexible layout. The room itself has UPVC double-glazed windows at both the front and rear, along with spotlights, a television point, and wood effect flooring. Heading upstairs, the first floor landing leads to two bedrooms and the bathroom. The main bedroom has two UPVC double-glazed windows and a central heating radiator, while the second bedroom is slightly smaller but still includes a window and radiator. The bathroom features a three-piece suite, including a PVC panel bath with waterfall taps, a wash basin with vanity top, and a toilet. The room also includes spotlights, an extractor fan, slate effect tiled flooring, and a central heating radiator. Outside at the rear of the property, there's an enclosed yard with a coal shed, a long shot, with additional space at the side that could potentially be used to create a private patio area overlooking open views. Number 4. Now we're officially dropping below the £50,000 mark. And that's where things start to get really interesting. This next listing is priced at £49,995, and it's a one-bedroom ground floor apartment located on Furness Street in Burnley, BB10. The property is being offered with no onward chain and vacant possession, which means it's ready for a new owner without any current occupants slowing things down. One of the main selling points here is that the apartment has been recently refurbished throughout, giving it a much more updated feel compared to some older properties in this price range. Inside, the layout centres around an open-plan lounge and kitchen area. The space includes modern wall and base units with a rolled-edge work surface, along with a one-bowl sink and drainer. There's also an integrated 4-ring electric hob and oven, finished with splashback tiling that adds a cleaner, modern look to the kitchen area. The living space itself has UPVC double-glazed windows to the side and rear, allowing natural light into the room. The apartment also includes one large double bedroom, positioned towards the front of the property, with double-glazed windows to both the front and side. Moving through the property, there's also an inner hallway with a storage cupboard, which leads toward the shower room. The bathroom features a contemporary three-piece suite, including a large tiled shower, pedestal wash basin, and toilet. In addition to the main living areas, there's also a utility room that is plumbed for appliances, with a UPVC door leading directly into the rear yard. Outside, the property has a private enclosed rear yard, which is designed to be low maintenance and even includes a built-in barbecue. The apartment is heated by electric heating and has UPVC double glazing throughout, and it currently carries an EPC rating of F. The council tax band is A, and the property is located in an area described as low risk for surface water flooding, with ultra-fast broadband availability noted. Overall, this listing could appeal to buyers looking for a small refurbished apartment or investors interested in a lower entry price point within Burnley's property market. Number 3. Right around the same price range as the previous property, this next listing comes in at £49,950, and it's a one-bedroom apartment located in Ashworth House on Manchester Road, right in Burnley Town Centre, BB11. The apartment offers around 516 square feet of space and carries an EPC rating of C. It's part of the Ashworth House development, which sits directly in the town centre, placing it within easy reach of local shops, cafes, amenities and transport connections. The layout begins with a central entrance hallway, which provides access to all the rooms in the apartment. The hallway also includes a built-in storage cupboard, giving a bit of extra space for things like coats, shoes or general household storage. From there, the main living area opens into a spacious open-plan living room and kitchen. The room offers a flexible layout that can accommodate seating as well as dining furniture. Large windows allow natural light into the space while also providing views across the surrounding area. The kitchen area is fitted with a range of contemporary wall and base units, along with worktop surfaces and integrated cooking appliances. There is also space for freestanding white goods, and the open-plan design keeps everything connected within the same living area. Moving on to the bedroom, the property includes one well-proportioned double bedroom, measuring approximately 3.86 by 2.66 metres. The room has space for a double bed along with additional furniture, and a window allows natural light to brighten the space. The bathroom features a modern three-piece suite, including a panelled bath, with a shower over it and a glazed screen, along with a pedestal wash basin and a toilet. The area is finished with contemporary tiling around the bath and shower section, along with neutral decor and ceiling spotlighting. Another detail mentioned in the listing is that the apartment is currently tenanted, with tenancy details available upon request. Because of that, the property is often positioned as a potential investment opportunity, particularly given its central town centre location and access to bus and train stations nearby. Overall, this listing represents another example of the low entry prices that can still be found within Burnley's property market, especially for smaller apartments located right in the centre of town. Number 2. Next on the list, we've got another property sitting right around the £49,950 mark, but this one comes with a slightly different setup compared to the previous listings. This is a one-bedroom first-floor flat located in St Matthews, Court, Burnley BB11, and it's being offered through a shared ownership arrangement. Another important detail here is that the property is specifically available for buyers aged over 55. The apartment itself sits on the first floor, with access beginning at the ground level through a UPVC leaded front door, followed by a staircase that leads up to the main living space. Once inside, the property opens into a central hallway measuring around 2.57 by 2.03 metres, which connects all the rooms in the apartment. The hallway also includes loft access, a smoke detector, and a storage area, helping keep the main rooms a bit more organised. The main reception room measures approximately 3.86 by 3.71 metres and features two UPVC double-glazed windows, allowing natural light into the space. The room also includes an electric radiator, an electric fire, decorative ceiling details, and additional storage beneath the stairs. Moving into the separate kitchen, the space includes a range of panelled wall and base units paired with granite effect work surfaces and tiled splashbacks. There's also a composite 1.5 bowl sink with a mixer tap, along with appliances including an oven and washing machine, plus space for a fridge freezer. The apartment includes one double bedroom, measuring around 4.14 by 2.72 metres, with a UPVC double-glazed window and a fitted wardrobe already built into the room. The shower room features a three-piece setup, including a vanity wash basin, an enclosed electric feed shower, and a toilet, along with tiled surfaces and an extractor fan. At the rear of the building, residents also have access to dedicated parking, adding a practical benefit for those with a vehicle. Overall, the listing presents this apartment as a shared ownership opportunity for buyers over 55, located within a well-connected part of Burnley, close to local amenities and transport links. Number 1, and now we've reached the final listing on the list, and it's easily the cheapest property we've looked at so far. This one is priced at just £30,000, and it's a two-bedroom terraced house located at 8 Parkinson Street in Burnley, Lancashire. BB113LS. Yes, that's right, an entire house listed at £30,000. The property is being sold by auction, with bidding scheduled to start on Monday 16th of March at 1 p.m. and run for 24 hours until Tuesday 17th of March at 1 p.m. through Auction House. Unlike some of the earlier listings, this property already has tenants living in it, meaning it's currently producing rental income of £430 per calendar month, which works out to £5,160 per year. Because of that, the listing positions the property mainly as an investment opportunity, with income already coming in from the existing tenancy. The house itself follows a traditional mid-terrace layout and offers around 667 square feet of space across 2 floors. On the ground floor, the layout includes a front living room, while the kitchen sits toward the rear of the property. Upstairs on the first floor, the home includes 2 bedrooms along with a bathroom, completing the basic living setup. In terms of features, the property includes UPVC double glazing and carries an EPC rating of C. The house is currently let under an assured short-hold tenancy, with on-street parking available along Parkinson Street. According to the listing, the interior would benefit from general modernisation, which could potentially allow improvements to both future rental income and the overall property value. The property sits within a popular residential area of Burnley, making it another example of the kind of extremely low entry prices that still exist in parts of the town's housing market. At £30,000 for a 2-bedroom house, this listing really highlights just how different property prices can look, depending on where you are in the UK. So those were 10 of the cheapest property deals currently listed in Burnley, from small flats under £50,000 all the way down to a 2-bedroom house for around £30,000. It really shows just how different the housing market can look depending on where you are in the UK. In places like London or even many other cities, these prices would barely cover a deposit. But here in Burnley, they're actual listings you can find right now. Of course, every property comes with its own situation. Some are move-in ready, some clearly need a bit of work, and a few are mainly aimed at investors with tenants already in place. But either way, it's pretty fascinating to see what kind of deals still exist out there. Now, I'm curious what you think. Which one of these properties would you actually consider buying? And more importantly, would you ever move to a place like Burnley if it meant owning a home at these prices? Let me know down in the comments section below. And if you enjoy exploring unusual property markets and surprising real estate deals, make sure to subscribe to the channel, because there are plenty more interesting locations we can take a look at. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers!